Hello, I'd like to show you a couple of other things that you can do with your videos that might make them look a little bit better. What you'll find is when you record videos on your phone, you often end up either holding them portrait when you should hold them landscape, or they don't just quite fit into this aspect ratio of the screen. So we end up with these black bars. Now you might be all right with the black bars, but I think they look a little bit unprofessional, especially as it's quite easy to change this using these pan and zoom settings. So click on the clip that you want to adjust. So I think I want to adjust this one of the yard. Now, as long as it's got the orange border around it, it means you're editing it. So along this menu along here, we've got this option called fit. Now, by default, it's auto, which will put these black bars around it. But I'm going to choose this custom one now. Now the custom one pops up like so. It takes a while for it to appear. There we go. I like clicking on match project aspect, so it will try and fit it correctly into the box I've got. So hopefully, there you go. It's disappeared. Let's put my playhead there. So can you see it now fits a bit better? It hasn't got those black bars. I could also zoom in if I decided I didn't want half of this and I wanted to really zoom in. Let's keep moving this back there. You can see what it will look like there. So that might suit something that you're doing. If, for example, I wanted, there's Mr. Murphy. I could zoom in on him if I wanted to. That's one thing I could do. I could also do this nice thing called pan and zoom. I'm just going to insert another clip into my video for that. I've got these guys playing badminton. So if I now drag that down here, and we'll just play them playing badminton. There they are. Okay, again, it's quite laggy. I'm not going to worry about that. So, for example, I might want to start in on, say, this badminton racket and zoom out to give context. This is a really nice way of making a longer clip a bit more interesting. So make sure it's selected because it's got the orange border. Click on pan and zoom. And then I'm going to tick match project aspect because I want to get rid of those black borders on both. And the first one is where we start. So I'm going to drag my box so it's a lot smaller and maybe just have it on the guy holding the badminton racket. And then I'm going to zoom out. Well, I'll leave it like that because that zooms out fully. So if I click preview, just move it to the side so you can see what it starts. And all of a sudden, it looks quite interesting. And you'll notice that when you watch like news articles or anything like that, they use a pan and zoom all the time. Okay, so that's quite a nice one to do. Other things that you could do is you can do things like snippet. If you wanted to perhaps do a pan and zoom on just the beginning, you could, if I undo that, so again, Control Z will undo it. So we've lost the pan and zoom, I think, on that. If I decided that I wanted to, oh, do you know what I've done? I'll go back to pan and zoom. I think only one of them's got match project aspect. There we go. What I could do is if I remove pan and zoom completely, so I'll untick both of those. There we go. That should have removed it. I'm just going to remove it here. Delete, delete, delete. I think that's deleted it. What I could do is I can snip my clip at a particular point. So maybe I wanted to zoom up to about there. I can actually cut that clip in half. So if I now snip it there, okay, and now apply pan and zoom to this first one. So I'm going to zoom, do the same thing, start off on his badminton racket, and then zoom out fully. So just to see what this does, if I press play here, can you see it zooms in quite quickly? So that's one way of doing a quick zoom at the beginning in order to focus in on what you want to do. Okay, next video should show you how to do some special effects.